Geek Dad Life presents Toy Geeks, a live toy talk show. Tonight we're going to talk about Wave 7 of Masters of the Universe Origins hitting stateside already. We're also going to share our latest toy hauls and try to stump John. All of that and more tonight on Toy Geeks. Hello everybody and welcome to Toy Geeks. My name is Jay, and with me as always, Sunday nights at 9 p.m., unless we're moderating a debate, is my good friend John. John, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you, Jay?
I am doing okay. I am still... Actually, no, I think I'm nearly fully recovered from the craziness that was last week's debate. It was just nuts on all fronts, and you know, it was just a crazy experience. It's good to be back with our crew, our Toy Geeks crew, the GDL crew, the GDL family. Really happy to be back in the swing of things with that. But it was just insane. Like over 1,000 people watching at the same time. The chat was going so fast. It was just a insane experience. Thank you to all the kind words and things that were said by people that watched it. I know John and I are going to give any commentary on the actual debate itself. You can just go watch it. I have not watched it again since, and I'm okay with that. Like
it was enough living through it.
Yeah, I'm a child of divorce, and I'm not a big fan of conflict like that. But I think at its core, I think John and I really believe in this toy community. We wanted to give a space to Michael and Scott to hopefully kind of air it out and be able to move on. That's that. But happy to be here just talking about toys this week with you, John.
Yes, it's nice to have a classic intro. Topic, Halls, Stump John.
Yes. And I will be doing the stumping now. I picked up some accessories around my office today. So I will be presenting the accessories and Stump John tonight. So I hope you're ready for that.
Okay. Do you know what they are?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what's nice is I'm pulling from my collection. I literally pulled the accessories from the figure's arms. So I know for sure what they are.
Oh boy. This could be tough because you have a deep bench.
I do. But you know my collection. You know what I like. You know what I like after all these years. So it could go either way. That's all I'll say for sometimes you guys stick around to the end of today's episode to get that. And let's check in with the chat. It has been hopping as always. Alex is here. Castaldo Films, pop actor, Mr. Home Alone. Hey guys, no stinker and RDU missed my chance. Saw collector leave Target. He got two. He got two. The mailman. Sorry about that, Mr. Home Alone. And I will say, I know it wasn't me because I didn't get two, but I did get one. There was one on the shelves. But we'll talk about that in toy hauls today. It was an interesting scenario with Wave 6 hitting Target in Raleigh this week. Apparently, I feel like I just missed it in not being able to get like a bunch of them, but that's okay. Pop says stinker doesn't stink. I haven't opened mine yet. We'll talk about that more in the hauls. Michael Gervais is here. Good Lord. John Rhodes, it's Geektober. Absolutely. It's a very big holiday on the geek calendar. It's the Halloween season, and then you go into Christmas season, or the gift giving season, which is about as big as it gets in the toy collecting world. I have Map Room Gaming, Cobweb is here, Alias Angel, Alias Space Cowboy. Are we getting a long way to Wind Raider for you? I'm working on it. It's been open. I have it attached to my Gray Skull right now using that sweet little attachment. And you may see Mr. T's riding the Wind Raider, the WWE Mr. T. Jason and Celia, Throwback Turtle, Evil Villain, Vasculio. Just keep scrolling. Yeah. Phineas Bog. Can we get an encore performance from you of the Crossfire commercial song? You missed the Massive Origins Unbrocked. Yeah, I don't know how long that was in that long video. I was getting a little loopy, but Crossfire, you get caught up in the I'm always down to sing Crossfire. Adam Smedberg. Josh Ruth. Hey, everyone, GDL is famous now. I don't know about that. Infamous, maybe. I don't know. Michael Palmer. Jason Nightmare is here. I, Brandon 3G. Overman. Todd Smith. GDL discussing MOTU. I like it. Gamaliel is here. Nick Dillinger. Colleen, whoever she is. Dartherian. Good evening, GDL. It's balmy 6 degrees here in the Pacific Northwest. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Jonathan Morello, CAF is here. Sean Freeling, buzz off for the win. All right, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it for sure. JMax77, JMT. Oh, come on. I'm here too. John and I are here. Dolphin, Jeff, Jay Griffiths, James, Macanita Silva, Toy Geeks Assemble Indeed, BMM, Comics, Laz Fran, Hung Wen, Jack Knight. Keep going. Grayskull. The Grayskull is here. That's exciting. Big deal. Big deal. Damned Ash. I think I did Cobwebber. Maybe if not, I'll do it again. David V. And Andrew Clark. Oh, I missed it. I can't pull it up. Dave's Dimensions. Hello, gents. Retro Action UK. Gotham Stalker. That's my guess. Sticking to it. Chad Ploof. Toys That Glow. Otis the Bulldog. Whew, all right. Oh man, that was an intense. Bones, the PhD candidate. A lot of people in the chat tonight. It's hopping. Always exciting here on our Toy Geek show. So, all right, John. The main topic for tonight is one that we kind of already discussed when we did the PowerCon, recap, but it seems like it's coming up pretty quick because we first saw them at PowerCon, which was like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
thereabouts. And I saw on the MOTU Origins and WWE Verse fan page, somebody already has their hands on Wave 7. So it is, got my hands on a Case Fresh Wave 7. This is Mattel's best wave yet. Super impressed. Just saw these at PowerCon 2 weeks ago. Can't believe I have them in hand. FYI, I live in Southern California and got them from a local Cali eBay seller. Well above retail, but so worth it. So it seems like there's like easy or early spoiler releases, if you will, that sometimes pop up on eBay. And I have figure FOMO right now because I'm super jealous I don't have these yet.
You could. That seller in California has a ton of them.
Really? How much are they going for? Let's look it up right now. Hold on.
I think I looked at it maybe an hour ago. I think it was like $150 for the set of 4.
$150? That's not bad. How much are these if you bought them? Colleen, turn off the computer. Let's see. MOTU Origins Wave 7.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Who's got him? Is it this guy?
Yes. Yeah.
This one?
Any of them that say in hand.
In hand, yeah. There it is, Bakersfield. Ah, poor soul lives in Bakersfield. I'm kidding. Bakersfield. People, RTC Toys, 99.3% feedback. Do they have like all 4? Or is it only selling it separately?
No, he did have all 4.
Only 1 sorceress left at 49. Only 3. Don't look at this. Nobody buy this until I get them. No, I'm kidding. Wow.
Unless it was another seller in Bakersfield. Could be. There was another set of all 4.
Well, here's my question to you, John, is if a seller has already gotten them, wouldn't it, I don't know, be wise to say we should all be getting them soon? Like, should we jump at the chance here at, what is that, 200, 300% to retail? Or should we just wait to buy them in retail? John, talk some sense into me right now, because
you know my feelings on this.
I got an itchy eBay finger.
Have patience, Jay. Have patience. They'll come. They will show up. And when they get here, they will sit on your shelf, never to be touched again. And you'll say, why did I pay so much for these?
But I'd have them earlier.
But you know what's weird? Is
Yeah.
this is like the first wave that's shown up in the US and not Singapore first.
It is interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. Grayskull seems to disagree with you. Buy them now, Jay. Don't listen to John.
Hey, you make your own choices.
Overman, if that money keeps going into vac metal, I'm happy for the price increase. Whatever keeps vac metal there is good by me. Bones, the PhD candidate, patience is important. Buzz off is on my pre-order list on BBTS. Henderson Board, do it. Chad Plouffe, well worth it. See, Phineas says, Jay, there could be running changes for the better. Wait to be rewarded. Oh, there you go.
That's a good point.
And that's Phineas talking some sense. Sergeant Slaughter's Slaughterhouse. Thumbs up to buy now.
Is Sergeant Slaughter in Bakersfield?
Do you happen to? Are you? What is this? RTC Toys, California. Radical. A lot of people talking about BBTS waiting to send Wave 6. Sometimes I get a little bit behind. Like Wave 6 has just started hitting Walmarts and Targets, so I would assume it's coming really soon, really soon. Josh, or you could get a rare early variant. Buy it. And Johnny, he's got an inside scoop here. My wife is stuck in Singapore, so she will pick these up for me. Yay. Well, see, Colleen, this is what I'm talking about, where, you could really take your supportive wife game to another level. I'm just saying.
Just get stuck in Singapore. That's all. That's all he's asking.
It's not a big deal. Let's go to Singapore. It's easy. Not a big deal at all. But let's take a closer look at these figures, because when we looked at them, we kind of only had the shots that I took with my phone at PowerCon, which, for better or worse, wasn't kind of as best a picture as you could probably take, which is kind of funny when I am there seeing them in person, and I couldn't get a better shot than just their promo pictures that they put up on Big Bad Toy Store. But anyway, I figured we could look at some of those because, they looked nice at PowerCon. But these higher detailed pictures make me want them even more. And for the people saying Wave 7 could be, legendary wave, I think they have a good argument, because each figure is a banger, in my opinion. And sure, a couple of repaints, but you're getting a classic colorway sorceress, and she looks fantastic. She looked amazing in Grayskull if you got her. Or gotten the Grayskull yet. It's a fantastic figure. Seems to carry over here. I think it looks just so good. The blue is that Columbia blue, powder blue, petty blue. It looks fantastic. What are your thoughts here on the sorceress?
Seeing these pictures, like, they're just the more official. They do look better,
right?
I was meh. Initially just meh, but now, just knowing that she's that much closer, it's going to replace the Templar Darkness sorceress. She'll be on the inside of the castle where you just don't see anything because it's up against the wall.
You can kind of see it there. I have, the Temple of Dark. You're absolutely right. That one's getting put in the little, I don't know, dungeon or something.
Yeah. She's there in spirit. She's just, you have her. She's back there.
She's the spirit of Grayskull.
But she looks great.
Grayskull has a good point here. I'm now realizing who this is, and I'm a dummy. Jay, imagine if your photographer friend hadn't bailed on you at PowerCon. You could have gotten awesome pics instead of phone pics. Yeah, I wonder what happened to the person that was going to meet me at PowerCon and didn't, and let me know while I was in line at PowerCon. I was like, hey, Caesar, where are you? I'm in line. I can't see you. Oh, dude, I'm not showing up. I know it's a cell phone, but it's still a click. So yeah, I think this one, and again, I love how it has kind of the little freckles and stuff. Like, again, I love the paint applications on the face for the Temple of Darkness one, and it's one of the best, I think, paint applications on any face in MOTU Origins. So the fact that it looks like it's carrying over here on the main retail release is chef's kiss. Really excited about that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's also really nice to see. Okay, so we had the sorceress from Classics. But it's really nice to see this figure holding her staff with 2 hands like that.
Yeah.
Whereas the vintage version, it's always wings out, arms out, staff straight up and down. It was very static. It was a very static pose.
You try to
Even
put
with
down her arms and go.
yeah, even with that like shoulder cut, it really didn't do it any
Do
favors.
this.
So just seeing that sort of, look what I can do now.
Yeah, that's a really good call out. I think that's really fair. It's kind of shocking that that's the case, but you're right.
Right.
A really good call out. But she just looks fantastic. These 2 pins are I'm trying to remember. I probably should have just taken it down from there. Does this one have pins on it?
I can't reach mine.
I probably.
I think she does.
Oh yeah, I guess it does. What's interesting is I didn't realize it really because the back of the hold on, let me stop screen sharing here. The back of the headdress kind of covered it, right? I didn't see it until that promo pic where if you kind of turn the head, then you kind of see the pins. But it's kind of shocking that it's that visible in this promo pic. I will say.
Yeah, go back to it.
Yeah, hold on, bring it back up. Window share.
Oh yeah.
Right, but it doesn't. When you have, I assume it's going to be darn near the same, even though it has the fixed knees. But you don't really notice it on the figure, so I don't think it'll be that bad. I'm going to assume it's not going to be that bad in person.
No, I think it's probably just the way that they have it posed like that.
Let's move along here. But yeah, and then in package looks great. Love Sorceress, Heroic Guardian, Castle Grayskull. New for 22, even those are coming out this year. We're getting a new for 22 on the box, which is nice. Really pumped for this one. I mean, again, I'm really excited for all of these now that I'm seeing the promo pics, which again is shocking. What do you want to do next? You want to do Stratos, Jitsu, or Buzz Off?
Let's do Buzz Off.
Good choice. Excellent choice, sir. This one looked pretty good in person at the show. But I think it was fantastic here. Again, the swivel baby claws.
Yep. And we see him with his axe, right? Because somebody else was holding his axe at PowerCon.
Right. Yep. And just the posability, it looks fantastic. Now we haven't seen it without the little mask thing yet, but I assume it's removable. It looks like it's removable.
Yep.
But look, even and again, it's swivel and ball. So look at the like again, it's shocking. Same as Sorceress, shocking here in Origins that we're finally getting a Buzz Off figure that can actually do different poses with his hands. Everyone previous was Ricky Bobby, like I don't know what to do with my hands.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
And now finally, Buzz Off is going to have some articulation, range of motion, usable claws. And Chad Plouffe, the antenna's holding on the helmet, which is awesome. It's not just some little thing that just kind of you hope clamps on.
I'm curious if that the peg on his back that the wings slide onto. I'm curious if that peg is on a swivel as well, because when he's turned sideways, like that peg sticks out. It seems like it sticks out a little bit further than the vintage figure. So I wonder if that's on like an up and down swivel or if it's just a straight out piece of plastic.
I don't know. It looks like a straight up piece of plastic, but you're right. What if it has a little bit of range of motion to it? That'd be a lot of extra tooling, though. You think they would do that?
Yeah, I don't know. Because I mean, this torso is going to share Whiplash, and that whole thing will end up being covered, by his tail. Like, because that was all like one piece that started right behind his neck. So maybe that's what we'll plug in.
Wait, Chad Plouffe has in-hand picks. Send those away. geekdadlife@gmail.com. Send us your in-hand picks, Chad. Did you drop the extra penny, the extra coin to RCT or RTC Toys? Nerd Talk Baby Claws.
Pikachu!
But yeah, this buzz off, absolutely fantastic. Now again, I want this extra. These are more. Have they always been $18.99 on Big Bad Toy Store, or are they kind of increasing the retail price of these? That I don't know.
Yeah, that's increased because usually the collector grade would be, the guaranteed perfectly mint would be higher. Yeah, I think they're going up.
Which, if they're keeping the quality, I don't mind, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Because they're really awesome. Honestly, the only ones that I've kind of been disappointed in have been the Rise of Evil 2-pack and the exclusives, mainly because they're so expensive. And then the Triclops is kind of meh. I'll talk about that a little bit more. I did a video review of it already, but all right. Stratos, Jitsu, where do you want to go?
Stratos.
Prices have gone up $2, so that is confirmed. Prices are increasing. Everyone at 3, 2, they're $18 at Target. So there you go. Prices have increased. Again, if it's this much quality, vac metal, the paint applications, the wrist, the baby claw wrist articulation, I will gladly pay the extra $2.
Yep. I mean, when we first talked about these, when they showed up and we've seen the prices, we were blown away at how, the value. Because I think in this world, we're so used to everything is like $20 starting point. Whether it's anything 6 inches, didn't matter. It was like everything's going to start out at $20.
Yep.
So it's only a matter of time.
Yep. And then Cobweb, I think, had a good point, paying extra to make sure it's available for Christmas. The shipping situation has gotten insane. Like there's boats just sitting off the coast of California just waiting to dock. Like it's a disaster of epic proportions. So I think there's a lot of grace we should extend to the toy supply chain, even though it's been really frustrating for a long time, and especially during the pandemics have been incredibly frustrating, but it is a mess. It is an absolute mess.
Yeah. If you see the pictures, if anybody just Google pictures of the port backup, it's just massive ships. And they're just sitting there. It's like a parking lot. It's ridiculous.
And the whole supply chain. So like even trains, I think that trains out of Chicago were backed up for like, was it 58 miles or something like that? And truckers, like it's just a mess across the board. COVID has broken the supply chain for sure. All right. Jitsu or Stratos? What'd you pick?
Oh yeah, Stratos.
I'm sorry. So, I didn't think I'd be that big on this figure. I mean, I kind of always dug that kind of random mini comics appearance. Again, big mini comics fan. That's my canon personally. But I kind of really dig the colorways here. The primary colors really pop for me. And I think it looks really cool. Like I feel like this would be my Stratos that I would display. What's your thoughts, John, on the mini comic Stratos?
I am torn on this figure. It doesn't grab me. I do like the regular gray Stratos. I do wish they went, a little Easter eggy on this and gave him a blue beard and gray goggles.
Say, what if they did a blue beard? Yeah, good call.
I mean, other than that, he's a fine figure. He's all right. I wish he had feet because
give him toes.
Just ankle socks. It doesn't really work.
Space Cowboy has a good question. As torn as Natalie?
Oh, I don't know if I'm that torn.
It's just something about the yellow here with the blue really pops.
Yeah.
But what to say how it is in person, but I kind of really dig it. I thought this would have been kind of the meh of the wave, but I'm kind of really excited about it now. The colors are really popping for me. Even though it is a Chippendale Dancer Stratos.
Oh my God. Has anybody watched that? Have you watched the Curse of the Chippendales documentary?
No. What is it about?
It's on Discovery Plus. Okay. Only on Discovery Plus. We just got it for the 7-day trial just to watch it. But I did not know that the Chippendales saga is one of the biggest cases in FBI history. A multi-country chase for the guy that used to run and owned the Chippendales.
Okay.
Locations, everything. It's a good doc. If you want to get past there's a lot of dancing.
Hey, listen, there's nothing wrong with that. I went to Magic Mike with Colleen in the theaters. I was the only dude. It was a magical experience seeing however many middle-aged women going crazy. Gray Skull, he's basically nude. Listen, he's a never nude. He's still wearing pants. There's literally dozens of him. Space Cowboy is a great point here. Jay, you need an I'm torn button. I have one new button that I was going to unveil. I forgot to say it in the beginning of the show. But John, did you know that today is our 69th episode?
Oh boy.
It is episode 69.
That's what she said.
I love it.
So I felt like I've said it enough times with different figures. Like, let's figure this is really huge.
That's what she said.
So we're ready to go at any time, just in case. But definitely need an I'm torn button as well.
I feel like we just had our 50th. It feels like,
right? Yeah, time is flying.
All
right, it really should have been a Kevin. Nice, but you know,
yeah.
Roll with it.
That'll be in episode 100.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, this one is made in China, as you can clearly see there. But I don't know. I like this figure. I really like it. All right, let's go to Jitsu. Enough joshing around here. Out of control. Vac Metal is in the house. And Jitsu is coming. Now, okay. I've never been a huge Jitsu fan, to be completely honest. But this looks like a fantastic replica of the original figure. And look, even the booties have the little pearlescent gold, which I think we talked about from our PowerCon episode. But this figure with the Vac Metal is looking premium.
He is, man. I like how they got rid of the handguard on the sword too.
Mm-hmm.
That never really that always bothered me.
Yeah. Well, I think it was because probably they couldn't really hold the sword that well. So just kind of added another layer of like stay there. But these don't need that, and I agree. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, he looks great. He looks really great, man. The Vac Metal hand makes me wish Fisto had a Vac Metal hand. This is like that's kind of like a it's like a ripoff.
Well, you know, I guess Fisto didn't have a Vac Metal hand in the original figure, right?
No, I know, but you know, they are each other's counterparts. You know, that's how it always was in my head.
Yeah,
they were always to battle each other.
It would have taken the Fisto to another level, especially because they've also fixed the little midriff showing on the armor, as you see here on the Fisto. So we definitely need an upgraded Fisto with the no midriff armor and a Vac Metal fist.
Yep. Yeah.
Vac Metal fist. Just as off topic, I did want to call it out. Jay and John, a little off topic, but can we take a moment of silence for the saddening of our Cubs and Padres 21 season? And John, your Bo Sox better beat them Yanks indeed. John.
Yes, sir.
The world is resting and praying and hoping, except for New Yorkers. Or half the New Yorkers. The Mets and Padres, probably the most disappointing season. It was rough. It was really rough. But it's over now. They can't hurt us anymore until April. All right, moving on.
Great figure. He has a great face sculpt, too.
Again, it's a really good recreation of that vintage figure. Like, it just looks fantastic. And then they also had more pictures of Stridor, and he looked freaking awesome. Where did the Stridor go? I thought they had pictures of Stridor. Am I missing it? Where'd you go? Well, it disappeared. Did they already sell out of it?
Yeah, it might be sold out if it's all the way at the bottom.
Good Lord. Well, maybe not. Let's see. Stridor. Either way, Stridor's looking awesome. I mean, these are all kind of a must buy. I guess. Oh, maybe they just don't have it yet. It's DOR, right? Stridor.
Yeah. Yep. They should.
Stridor. I don't need classics. I want Origins, darn it. Entertainment Earth. Maybe they got it. All right, let's go to Entertainment Earth. Oh, no, 404 error. What? Okay, did we just stumble upon a conspiracy?
Maybe Stridor is stuck on a boat. Maybe they know he won't be here till next year now.
Yeah. What happened? Because it was around.
Huh.
We just found a conspiracy. Interesting. What is the... I can't even pull up the picture. Dang. All right. Well, I'll remember that next time. I get it. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, there you go. They're out there, though. You can find those pictures. Let's see. There was only one left. It's going to be... Again, it's going to be fine. Yep, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone, John.
Someone in the chat.
What you're doing.
Someone in the chat. I'm telling you.
Okay. So given how awesome these MOTU Origins figures are, right? We've been talking about it for a while. And anybody that knows this channel and knows my toy room knows that I have a pretty big vintage He-Man collection. Along with a fully displayed complete Eternia play set, Castle Grayskull, Snake Mountain, Fright Zone, Slime Pit, all of the above. And, for the longest time, I was like, I don't know if I could replace my vintage He-Man figures with the MOTU Classics figures. But recently, I switched out the Clamp Champ with the new version of the Clamp Champ because I finally cracked open a whole bunch of MOTU Origins figures. I did a video on it a couple days ago on the channel. Check it out if you haven't already. And it looks really good. And the question I want to ask you, John, as well as the chat, is it time to start pulling the vintage figures off the shelf and replacing them with the MOTU Origins figures? One, because they look the part, they look fantastic, they're in scale, and I can get them in cooler poses, and they're more stable. And then also, I can maybe hopefully, store the vintage ones in a way that preserves them for longer than if I had them sitting on a shelf for an extended period of time. John, I will ask you that question first, and in the chat as well, feel free to chime in on your thoughts. Should I replace my darn near complete vintage collection in terms of the display with the MOTU Origins equivalents in my toy room?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
Why absolutely?
Well, number one, I would say, obviously, because it's not like you're replacing a character. It's a one-for-one character, right?
Mm-hmm.
And once it's down there, it's not going to look that much different, like from the corner of your eye.
Yep.
Storing them is going to be a lot easier. It's not like you're going to take all of your figures out all at one time and try to figure out how to store them.
Yeah.
I assume it'll essentially be by waves. Only take out the ones that you're replacing.
Yep.
So it's not like you're just going to do like this mass storage of, that'll become a little overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
Where, I don't know how you're going to. I think the best way is they make those cases that have like an open and closing clamshell.
Yep.
I wouldn't, obviously the best or cheapest way is just Ziploc bags or something. But I would do, like an opening and closing clamshell.
Yes, have some. Everyone is like for it, but then Yes, have some swoops in with a super chat of $5. Like, I say no, display them on, let the world know how awesome you are.
We already know how awesome you are. You don't need to prove it.
That's Space Cowboy. Thank you, Space Cowboy. Keep it on top of it. I appreciate it.
Oh my God. He's like the stat man.
Yes. Okay. Yes, in theory, I love the idea of slowly switching them out, right? And I can take a picture of them with all of the vintage. I think the Floosh did that with classics, right? I think they have like the poster and they they like would put the classics figures in the. I thought that was really, really cool. I could do something similar where I take the picture of the whole vintage collection and then starts, and each time I replace one with a Origins showing how it's changing. But the one concern I have is how do I store the vintage figures? Your clamshells are right, but like how much space would that require for?
Oh, that's going to take
a lot of figures.
That's going to take a ton of space. That's your problem. That's probably your biggest problem. Not the decision of doing it or not. It's where will you put the vintage ones? Because right now, where are your Origins figures now? Like all of them.
They're all in a Tupperware bin, save for the ones that are
okay. So you're just trading space for space. And figures for figures.
But the difference is they're just in a bin. They're not like separated and stacked and like hermetically sealed or anything.
Right, because they're still pretty durable.
Yeah, exactly. But the vintage ones, I need to, store them in a way that preserves them. And how do I do that successfully? Because the Zolo World case approach, which I think Chad said as well, is, how I'd want to do it. And then getting them off their feet is important too, because I have those rubber bands, because it's going to break eventually. And you can, they have replacement bands, but it's a pain in the neck. But yeah, to me, it's like, how do I store them safely and space consciously for eternity? That's right.
It's the age-old question. I don't know. It would, boy, I don't want to say it, but would it ever come down to you saying, should I keep them or sell them because of the space that they're taking?
Yeah.
And the value of them right now. I mean,
the value's high.
The Vintage Masters is off the chain right now.
It is. But that's where it would hurt, I don't want to sell them. But from a space perspective, I just like I have space. Like we have a 3-car garage, and like one half of it is just toys. Like one of the 3 bays is just toys, and for the toy shows and stuff like that. But I don't want them sitting in a garage, because that's not temperature controlled. So it'd have to be in the house. But my office is all display. There's not much storage for my office.
Is this a long-winded attempt to get toys out past your office?
I really don't want to cross that barrier, because if I break that seal, it leads to me being in a cold home by myself because Colleen has left me. I know that is the eventuality. If I let this cross that barrier into outside into the rest of the house. So I know my worst impulses. So I don't want to do that.
Boy, you're in a tough spot, right? Colleen. No, just no.
Exactly. I have a very, I don't have a wife that'll go to Singapore for me and like get me the figures, so I don't have to pay extra. Because flights to Singapore are really cheap, from what I hear. But she is very supportive in that she lets me have this space. But so maybe it is like maybe I just sell them because I don't have room for them, but then I don't want to not have them anymore. It's a conundrum. Yes, replace Jay. The Origins are new and improved and look stunning on a shelf. Pack your originals with love and care and leave them in John's house where he won't charge you. The problem is that knowing John, like you have so much stuff there that you sell and interchange, you'll be like, oh crap, I thought those were mine to sell. Oh. I'm sorry, those are gone.
Right now, I couldn't do it. This room is like there's a walking path for me to get to this area because the rest is just Transformers right now. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, your toy haul is going to be insane. Josh, I bet Singapore has some good geocaching. I like your line of thinking there, Josh. I love that.
You're in a pickle.
It's a pickle. It is a pickle. Yeah, but for the first time, I'm seriously considering it. I think that's what I want to do. I think I want to have the Origins start to replace the vintage figures in the display.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing holding me back right now is figuring out how to safely store them, preserving their vintageness.
Well, how many figures are right now that you're going to replace? There's 5 waves that you have.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There's what is that? 30
That's
something.
5. That's 20. That's 20 figures, basic figures, and then 4 deluxes. The battle armors, Buzzsaw Hordak, Clamp Champ. Oh no, there's Ram Man.
Yeah.
So you're probably going to be close to 30 figures right now.
Yeah.
And right there, that's overwhelming.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Like 20 figures if I did Zolo World cases for each and every one of them.
And that's going to be expensive. Zolo World isn't cheap.
Yeah, I really don't want to do Zolo. I'd rather get some other.
Maybe that company that sets up at the Raleigh Toy Show.
Yeah. And I think they have single case options. Maybe I need to see them, because if I can get those at like $1 or $2 a piece, I could probably fit most of the collection in one of those big, the black and yellow tubs. Yep. And I can find somewhere in this house to put it. Colleen, cover your ears. I could probably find somewhere in this house to store that. And then Colleen on one day she'll just open a closet and it'll just fall out. Yeah. All right. Well, that's something to noodle on. If anybody out there has suggestions on how to do it, send an email to geekdadlife@gmail.com. Happy to hear.
You are going to get bombarded with emails saying, "I'll buy your Scare Glow."
So there's some idea that I don't know who first said it, but saying like keep your top 10. Here we go. Gamaliel said it first. Maybe keep the top 10 vintage and sell the rest. Yeah, but I've had vintage MOTU. I've been collecting for most of like my adult collector life, like 15, 16, 17 years. I've been like putting that collection together. So like, I don't know, like I've had it for so long that I just don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to let go. No, wait, Buzz Off is $275. No, it's not. Oh, that must be classics. That's not the vintage one, right? No way, Buzz Off is that.
No way.
That's impossible. That's got to be classics.
That's Major Blood classified absurdity.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Retro Action. Good luck storing them without their legs falling off. I mean, it's just going to happen. It's rubber. But if you keep them off their legs in storage, temperature controlled, they'll last longer than standing on my shelf. And again, luckily, all of my MOTU stands up on their own.
Damn Dash, a lifelong collector.
Not saying anything. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. Okay, send your suggestions, geekdadlife@gmail.com, and let us know. All right. Do you have a complete vintage MOTU? No, I'm missing the tops and the laser Skeletor and He-Man and the Giants and
do you have any of the Meteorbs?
No, I don't have those. But do we count those? I don't care about those, to be honest. But if they count, they count. But yeah, I don't have the Giants. I don't have Wondar. I don't have the tops. I don't really care about the tops, to be honest. If I find them for a good price, I may pick them up. I would love the Giants one day. And I would love a legit Wondar. That one is definitely up there for me. I would love to have that. And of course the lasers. But given the price they were at PowerCon, again, I'd have to travel to Italy, go into some you know, a thrift shop in Italy and somehow hope I could find them because I'm not paying $7,000 for an action figure. I'm not going to do it. Not going to happen. Colleen would leave me. Anyway. I know, but the thing that hurts me on that one, like you're talking about white whales, ones that have gotten away. I could have had one for $150 not that long ago, 7, 8, 9 years ago, something like that, maybe 10 years ago. I don't know, but it was on Instagram. Somebody was selling one, messages back and forth, and I was like, I just don't know if it's legit. I still didn't even know if $1 was a true, real figure yet, and John, you proved that to me that it was. So I passed. I was like, 150. I just don't feel like, and I should have, because you know what, they sell for $2,800 at PowerCon. So that's what hurts me the most about $1 is I could have had one for a darn good price. So Colleen will go to Singapore and Jay goes to Italy. Who makes that better? Listen, that's on my high up on my list to go to Italy. Colleen's like 100% Italian, or 23andMe was like 99.9% Southern Italian. I'm only a quarter Italian, but I would love to go, and she wanted to go to London first for our world travels, so that's on her. But we will go to Italy at some point in time, and you best believe I'll be looking in the shops. You got any laser power He-Mans in
there? You got one of them Tituses?
You got one of them Tituses on Megatoys? They'll be yelling at me in Italian because like, what the hell are you talking about, idiot? Anyway, oh my God, Josh, the one that got away. Bravo. All right. Should we get into toy hauls, John?
Yeah, we should. Definitely
I got
should.
A mountain of toy hauls, but you, my friend, have more than a mountain. You have yourself a U-Haul truck's worth.
I can't even show it. It's ridiculous. I grabbed just a couple.
Okay. All right.
But I don't. I sent you that picture.
Yeah. Let me see if let me put it on the computer so I can show it, because it was. Why don't you tell the story?
Yeah, I'll tell the story.
We went off air last weekend, but yeah, tell the story.
So this was an eBay buy it now or best offer thing, and the seller was in Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
So about 4 hours from me. So I sent him a message, and we went back and forth about the price. And I said, well, I can come up there this week and, just make it happen real quick. So he said that he, in the description, it was 150 packaged Transformers and 500 plus loose Transformers from the Unicron trilogy on. So like Armada, Energon, Cybertron, up through the Generation series, Masterpiece, this third-party stuff, tons of it, all the way up through Siege. There's like maybe one Kingdom figure.
Mm-hmm.
So I went up on Tuesday. I got there. I think I got there at like 11 in the morning on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And so he said, this is all in a basement. You got to bring boxes, blah, blah, blah. So I went down. It wasn't like a dingy basement. It was a nice finished basement. So when I like got down the stairs and turned the corner, I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to even start to load this up?
So
because
a basement?
Yes.
Here's my question. How did you like, is he going to murder me? Because like if I went to some other dude's house, he's like, it's down in the basement. Just go in the basement.
Yes. When I do things like this, because I do this probably once or twice a year,
mm-hmm.
Where it's a U-Haul's worth of toys.
Yeah.
And, an extensive drive. When I get the address, I always Google map it and then street map it. So I get a feel of the neighborhood. Like, is this shady? Because I've been to some really bad situations. Yeah.
I've taken you with me on toy hauls just so there's like power in numbers. Like, I don't know, this guy's kind of sketch. He might murder me. You want to split this lot?
Yes. So I said, all right, it's a nice neighborhood. It's a
Mhm.
nice house. And he told me to bring someone with me. Because he had a like back surgery. He wasn't going to be much help.
Yeah.
And he told me to bring someone with me. So I said, all right, that's a good sign. He doesn't care if I bring muscle, whatever.
Or he wants to murder 2 people.
True. So I mean, it was so much. He wanted me to take all the shelves that were there. I was like, I'm not like once I'm done packing the toys,
Yeah.
I'm out. But he's like, there's other stuff. There's a big box of Marvel Legends. He's like, take all my Funko Pops. There's a box of Black Series Star Wars. There's other random Star Wars from like Force Awakens, Rogue One. There's all sorts of like the Q figs from different series. It's crazy. And so I get it all packed up in the U-Haul. And he like follows me out, and I told him I'm not going to pay you till I get there. I want to see it all. And then I was doing PayPal. I said I'm not bringing cash. I don't do that anymore. There's too many crazy people that just they're just waiting for your cash when you get there, with a gun.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Phineas asked, was he wearing night vision goggles? Did he ask you to get in the back of his van?
No, it was a bad situation for him once I got outside. And he starts telling me that he's getting a divorce and he's living in a motel. He needed to get this all out of the house because he was legitimately afraid that his wife was just going to destroy all of it.
Oh, dang.
And his wife was there. Like that was the awkward part. Like once I knew that he didn't even live there anymore. And it was an awkward situation to be in.
So in those situations, like, is it like a bit of a Christmas Carol, where it's like this is a future version of yourself? If
exactly
go too far.
Yes. And I told him once he told me like what was happening, I was like, don't worry, I'll get this done as fast as I can, because he wanted to just get out of there too. It was definitely not a good situation.
Poor soul.
And like I thought he was going to start to cry as I was closing the U-Haul door. But he was just thankful that somebody came and picked it all up and was able to just take it all at one time. We made the deal within him. I think he had only listed it for 20 minutes at the most.
Yeah.
Because I had just seen it. It was brand new listing. And it was right before we did the debate show.
Yeah,
it was like 20 minutes prior to that, us going live. I did the deal.
So that's why you were smiling throughout the debate. Like your facial reactions throughout the debate were a big part of debate night. All right, so I have a picture here. Do you want me to pull up the picture before you show some individual pieces, or
you can show the picture. This is just what I started to sort the very first morning after I got home. It's just sealed stuff. It's just boxes. None of the carded stuff is there, except for just a handful of like the small Titan Masters and they're like the Target Master figures. I can't remember what they're called. But there's good stuff. There's tons of good stuff. And then when he told me there was 150 boxed items, I ended up counting 182, I think.
Wow. Let me make you normal size. There we go.
And some of there's a ton of masterpieces, but there was only 6 boxed ones.
Okay.
I got like a whole tub of loose masterpieces, but he kept all the paperwork.
Wow.
And he kept everything that came sealed in a bag, like in a baggie.
That's nuts.
There's 3 of those.
Oh, I need
the gigawatt or gigawatt.
Have you sold them all already? Because I kind of want one.
No, I haven't even listed any.
Oh, perfect.
I'm still trying to sort.
Your ears calling.
I'm still trying to just sort stuff. But there was one Ectotron, the boxed version.
I'm good on, because I got the one they did whatever for Afterlife. I'm good on Ectotron, I feel like. But I didn't do Gigawatt, and I was like, oh, I don't really, and now I kind of regret it. So I don't know, maybe.
I know a guy.
You got any of those gigawatts in that box there?
Yeah. So, and then there was a dozen tubs of loose figures.
Yeah.
Like they're, I don't know how many gallons they are, just the big tubs.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think I packed 8 20-inch moving boxes, like 20 by 20 of just loose stuff. Stuff because it was just piled all in the basement. It was everywhere.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But there's probably 1,200 or 1,400 loose transformers.
Wow.
Yeah, he said there's 500 plus, but he just stopped counting.
That's 1,400.
Yeah. I can't even put them all in here. They're in my office too.
Oh my God! Like you're gonna.
I said I told my wife I'm going to be sorting this and selling it, in my eBay store, listing it till Christmas.
Wow. That's insane. Wow. So, what are some of the pieces that you did want to show on camera?
Okay, so just a couple things that I thought was cool.
Yeah.
This is nothing special because it's everywhere right now. But the Studio Series movie Grimlock.
I love that one.
And he's got Wheelie with the little slingshot.
Mm-hmm.
It's super cool.
That's awesome.
It's super cool. And I've never been really much for Transformers collecting anyway.
Yeah.
But this masterpiece Ultra Magnus, oh my God, he is incredible.
I had the masterpiece Ultra Magnus and I sold it because I didn't have room for it. But Ultra Magnus might be my favorite Transformer, and I kind of regretted selling it. It's awesome. That's pretty
yeah. He's definitely my favorite for Autobots.
Yeah, see, I've always loved his design. I just freaking love his design.
The car carrier and the colors.
The colors,
it's so cool.
Yeah, he's the car carrier. He has the Optimus, but he's like in white with the blue, and then he becomes the bigger robot. I always thought he was just the coolest toy as a kid, and then as a collector, and he's always been a favorite for sure. That's awesome.
Yeah. I had a couple more. I had the Titan's Return, the Big Devastator. I was trying to keep it together because I really like that.
Yeah.
But I couldn't have it assembled and hold it up, so I just stuck it back in the box. But there's one official one, and then there's 4 knockoffs of that guy.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, Jazz is up there too. I think Jazz, Ultra Magnus. But I think Ultra Magnus for me is, and of course Grimlock. See Sound. It's like Soundwave, Soundwave for Decepticons, Ultra Magnus for Autobots, Jazz to, Jazz was really cool. He's still cool.
I've always liked Galvatron.
Okay.
For Decepticons.
More of a Leonard Nimoy guy.
Yeah, I just I like that. I like that style. But that's it. I wish I was able to take more pictures, but there's bags, like he individually bagged so many of them that they fit in a bag, and they're everywhere all over my floor, and the walls are lined with tubs, and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm lost with this right now.
That's insane. Like it's like thousands of figures in one deal. That's insane. That's the toy hall to end all toy halls.
Yeah. This is like a hall of fame haul. This is
Our puns are off the charts tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
They are flying. They're flying.
Jetfire. Oh, I love Jetfire too. I've got a Jetfire in there. Galvatron. This is a comedy. Any Creons?
There were no Creons. No. I mean, maybe there are. I haven't gotten to them yet. There's a bunch of boxes that have smaller things. Anything that was Legends class or smaller is in other boxes. I haven't even popped open.
Fish Trapper has a good point here. Our theory that there's always just a leech randomly in a collection. Now, that is a childhood collection. We say that there's usually a leech.
Yes.
In every childhood collection, so it doesn't quite count. But was there a leech?
No, there was no leech, but there was a random RGB ray.
Really?
In a box, yes. No proton pack, but he's at his paint. His paint is decent.
Nice. No gastric cancer?
Nope. There was a Vintage Masters Meteor Crocobite.
Dang, okay.
There was a Clamp Champ's weapon, a vintage Clamp Champ weapon.
What? Really? That's an expensive accessory.
I know. Yeah, it's so random.
What?
I popped the box open that said like original G1 written in Sharpie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, let's check this out. So I just dumped it, and that stuff was in there. There was like a Rio Blast kneecap, the gun that flips out from Rio Blast. And then some like G1 weapons for Transformers, like Venom's axe and gun, a couple other things. But there's some super random things floating around in all of this stuff.
Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, what's the clamp going for? It's got to be over $100 for that thing, right? Probably.
It's probably close to it.
That's crazy. Was there a Hostess pudding pie in there?
No, nor the package.
What I would give to go back, that's one that if I could go back in time, because we got Ecto Cooler again, which is great. Real big bummer that we're not getting it again. Coca-Cola, like what the heck? Just give us Ecto Cooler again. But I have plenty of boxes of it, but I don't know if it still tastes good. I have a sealed box right over there somewhere. I probably can't see it. But a TMNT pudding pie. What I would give to have that green frosting and vanilla pudding again.
I can still taste it.
Same.
It's like that's one it's ingrained.
That'll
never go away.
No, I can literally transport myself. Opening up, I had a Mario Brothers lunchbox. I had several lunchboxes, and that pudding pie was magical. Magical.
It never got soggy. Like the crust was always
and it
was firm.
Oh
man,
TMNT pudding pies, Hostess, whatever we can do. If I have to give you all my vintage He-Man figures, just give me a case of the TMNT pudding pies, I would be all over for it. Let's do it. All right. Is it my turn, or do you have more that you want to share?
I do, but it's the same stuff that you found. So I can just say, oh, I got that too.
Well, if you've watched the channel, I've posted a lot of videos. One of those were the new He-Man figures. I know you found these as well for the new He-Man show. And I did an unboxing here on yesterday, actually. Like I found them yesterday morning, did a quick unboxing video, uploaded it, posted it. So a lot of you have already commented on it, but if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. But our family, Zach and I were like, let's watch this, So we watched it, and then like the rest of the, Alex and Colleen got into it. And it's a fantastic show. It's really good. If you haven't watched it, yes, it's geared towards kids, but it's actually, I think, just a good show, period. Kind of like Clone Wars and some other shows. So definitely check it out if you haven't yet. It stays true to He-Man while also being a fresh take on it at the same time. Like it's a rare reboot that actually works, I think. And I know I'm biased, but that's just my opinion. But I found the figures, even though they're not street dated till December, I think, but it was Walmart. And I found them. They weren't on, probably same for you. They weren't on any shelf or anything for them. I think they were in the G.I. Joe section. There was some somewhere else. So I took all the ones that I needed, all the unique ones. I went to the register and they scanned and they had like probably the little like, don't sell these. And the guy was like, meh, and he deleted that and then sold them to me. So I got this one and Trap Jaw. Oh, dang it. His little projectile fell out because it's not a spring-loaded thing or anything like that. But anyways, really, really dug the figures, even if they have mine all had issues with standing up. How was yours? Did you open yours yet? Or are they still in the box?
I didn't open them yet.
Oh, okay. Well, did you watch the video, John?
I did. Yep.
Okay. So you saw how bad Chapchaw was, right?
Yeah, he didn't stand at all.
No. And I'm gonna change my camera. You're opening them right now?
Yep.
Hold on. We got a live unboxing here, ladies.
I'm opening up He-Man. Yeah, so mine were okay, so I'll set it up. On the shelf was the what's the Road Ripper thing called?
I don't know.
Anyway, the Road Ripper and then the Skeletor on the Panther motorcycle.
Okay.
They were on the shelf, and I looked at them, and I'm like, oh my god, like you see something new, it jumps out at you.
Right, exactly, yeah.
And I kind of looked at it, I turned it around, and I'm like, nah, hard pass.
Mm-hmm.
So I just looked up and down the aisle a little bit, and then up on the top, like on the overstock, that's where I saw there was 2 He-Men, 1 Skeletor, 1 Trapjaw.
Mm-hmm.
All the packages were garbage. They're all trashed.
Yeah.
So the guy that does the toy department stocking, I just asked him to scan it to tell me how much it was, and whatever, $9.87, and I was just like, all right, I'll grab these 3, and it didn't give me a street date not to sell thing. I went to the self checkout.
Okay.
Walked away.
You're opening off screen. I gotta see. There we go. Awesome. Very nice. So yeah, it's very loosey goosey, but it's weird because everything else is a swivel cut, but the legs they gave him a ball joint, which was a bad engineering choice, I believe. But neither here nor there. I still think they're fun figures. Kids will dig them, which is, I think, the important part. And the fact that I believe they're at PowerCon, they said they're going to do Masterverse versions of these characters.
Mm-hmm.
So I assume we'll get much nicer collector level versions of the characters from He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, the new Netflix show. So that's awesome. That's exciting. And I'm even more excited now because we really, really dug the show. We really dug it. But in the interim, these are fun and a nice placeholder. But I hooked up my old webcam so we could show it. Oh, there we go. So the Trapjaw, it couldn't stand up in the video. You could see it in the video. And but I didn't notice when I set it here, if I kind of squeeze the legs together, it would hold up. No, dang it. Was doing it first. There we go. Yeah. Please. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. All right. So I think if we don't breathe on it, but now let's try and let's see if we can put in a projectile. Nope. All right, and it's such a bummer because I know, John, I think you only watched 1 episode, but Cronus Trapjaw is, I think, one of my favorite characters on the show. Yeah. So
wow.
Go ahead.
He is like noodle loose.
Oh, so you're okay. Interesting. I wonder if I didn't know if it was just mine, but
Let's see.
that was.
Nope. That's a hard no. He does not stand. No.
Bearded Toy Guy has a good suggestion here. Need a clear rubber band for those legs.
That's a good idea.
It's a really good idea. But still, the He-Man stands up okay, and then the Skeletor does as well. So I really love Skeletor on the show. He's just freaking awesome. And again, Chapjaw's a favorite as well. It's just a bummer that he cannot stand up to save his life. And so to Bearded Toy Guy's point, like I feel like this leg, if you stabilize this leg, the weight of the big arm won't pull it down. But this one, since it's so loose, it just slides right off. So that's that. But I also got the big one, the big He-Mans. And the battle armor is a little hokey, so I haven't been displaying them with it. But like Zach and I were playing with this, and it was a lot of fun. Like we were like straight up doing. He has like Minecraft sword, so we were doing like a sword battle, like literally, like I was just swinging this sword and he had another sword. It It was a lot of fun. So again, I feel like these are the better figures, but the $20 ones aren't too bad either. But the paint apps were a lot worse on these. So it was tough to find those. So the new He-Man figures, fun, but even more fun is the new He-Man show.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you haven't started watching it, watch it because it's fantastic.
I didn't even look at the paint once. I watched your video. Like I had bought them before watching your review, and I didn't even think about looking at the paint apps. I just grabbed them and ran.
So you had two He-Mans, a Trapjaw and
a Skeletor.
And Skeletor. They had 4 He-Men, 2 Skeletors, 2. So it seems like that's probably the box mix. So 2 He-Man, Skeletor, Trapjaw. The Man-at-Arms, which we both thought was probably the coolest out of that wave, is not in that mix.
They're showing up on eBay though. They're out there, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if they're mixing cases and subbing Man-at-Arms for a Trapjaw.
Maybe. Bearded Toy Guy, those clear bands from that come with the MOTU Origins would be perfect. I'm gonna try that out. I'm gonna try your tip there, Bearded Toy Man. Damned Ash, love the new toy show and want these. Agreed. Is it He-Man's or He-Man? It's a good question. I don't know. Maybe they're interchangeable. Hopkins, I don't mind the idea of the new show and the fact people like it. It's cool, but the basic character design leaves a lot to be desired. Tiny legs, head. It's not as bad in the show. Like I thought I wouldn't like the animation design of the show, but I thought it's pretty cool, even though they are a little kind of bulky and everything. But the animation on that and it has CGI, but it has these like real like 2D animation elements, like cell elements, and it's 10 episodes. We just finished it last night. Really awesome. All right, let's keep this moving. Found some MOTU Origins at Targets. I've been searching for that stupid fake ore, which you picked up too. So thank God you've picked up 2. Hold on. So luckily you were able to get 2 of the fakers online. So that's good. But they did have 1 Lords of Power Beastman, 1 Stinkor, and 1 Goddess, but her box was toe up. So somebody, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but they sliced it in the back with the box cutter.
Oh yeah,
right there. And the front it just has a huge kind of push through gash on the card. So that's fine. I'm an opener anyway. But someone had clearly gotten there before and picked up the other ones and both web stores, because there was no web stores there. So if anybody in the Raleigh-Durham area can find a web store, let me know. And I haven't opened because I want to wait till I have all 4 so I can do them all at once, open them all at once. So it says on the box it has real smell, so I assume it's going to have, but I can't, through the little hole in the bottom, I can't smell the chewy smell. So maybe it's not that bad, or it doesn't have the smell at all. We'll see. But once I find web store, I will do a review of these. So that's that. And then a friend of the show, Luis, picked up, or I had a guitar pedal that he wanted. So I was like, you just want to trade for it? And he actually found a Goddess as well. And he found an unpunched Goddess in really nice shape.
Ooh.
So I'm going to keep this one in the protective case. So it'll be one of those ones that I save, because I'm a big Goddess fan. Maybe not as much as Nate Barch, but loved the Goddess, the green Goddess. So going to keep this one real nice. And then also he had the new Ahsoka figure. So I only need the Ahsoka and now I need the Darth Maul for those 2. So that's cool. And then I went to Crow Mag. Alex is into Herbie Lubbock big time, and they don't make these anymore, but they had one of the Hot Wheels Herbies. I already had one, and he took it, and he loves it, but he's beaten it to crap. He's almost lost it like 10 times. So I'm going to try and buy a whole bunch of these just so that I have backups in case.
It's like having extra goldfish.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Okay. Now, I know I talked a lot of crap about Playmates continuing to re-release the turtles, right? But doing the toy hunting, there was this lone Leonardo sitting on the peg for a while. And for good reason. It was the card was kind of beat up. But staring at it multiple times, I was like, you know what? Maybe that head does look like a soft head. That new Rotocast head does look pretty nice. And the card back's really nice. And so I was like, you know what? I'll take you home. I'll give you a good home, Leonardo. It's not like Playmates hasn't got me to buy you 75,000 times before. But I'm the sucker. I'm the fool. Paint clown makeup on my face. I picked it up. And now that I picked it up, when I went back, so that was the one they had. I was like, I missed the chance to get them all. But then the Briar Creek Walmart had a whole bunch of Donatellos. So I was like, all right, well, I'll pick up a Donatello. So I guess I'm trying to find all 4 of these now. And this is my life. And it is a miserable existence at time. But I really, I need to know now. I got to know. Because it does look like a soft head compared to the more hard-headed re-releases. Anybody has them at home, let me know if it is a soft head, or maybe feels more like a soft head compared to theirs. But the card art, everything, like they kind of just nailed like just recreating the vintage ones, even though the cards are smaller, but it's a pretty darn close recreation.
I told myself if I find them all 4 at retail, I'll buy them.
Yeah.
So I have a nice loose set of turtles.
I still have my vintage soft heads that I got as a kid. I video proof of me getting them and still having them. But to me, I don't know. And again, I got when what was it, 2010? They did the re-release or whatever. I bought all of those, the DVDs in them. But I would like a set carded of these, even though I've been slowly buying soft-headed carded. I have a Donnie and a Mikey soft head with the fan club inserts. But I don't know. So I want to buy a set to open. I'll open them on the show so you can see what they're like once I find all 4. But I would also like a set sealed. So I have 2 Donnies, one to open, one to keep sealed. This Leo's beat to hell, so he's going to be the opener. And hopefully I can find the rest of them for, again, retail. I'm not paying. I already drew a line and went past that line. I'm not going to go through more lines. So if you've seen that, check my review of the mini comic Triclops. He's okay. That's all.
He's okay. He's got Wonder Woman boots on.
Yeah, well, it's the Keldor boots, and those boots, I don't know, just engineering's bad on him, and he has kind of like weak knees. Like I don't know, is my luck in the legs lately on figures, but it's the packaging and the mini comic it came with is what makes it special, I think.
Yeah, I think I'm going to keep mine sealed. Definitely
keep it sealed. The regular release of Tricops is amazing. That's a fantastic figure. This one does not. It looks cheap compared to that one. And if you've watched my video, it's in 4K. So you should be able to see it yourself. I think the normal release of Triclops blows this one away. But the packaging for this, plus the Warrior ring and the mini comic and all that, is really, really cool. I mean, it was $17, so it's not like it was $30 or something for this one. So
it wasn't Crystal Pepsi Skeletor price.
Exactly. Also found the
Batman.
They had one at the Briar Creek Target, and I snapped it up. Let's switch back. I'm gonna go to the Logitech camera. And yes, it is comically too small. But I kind of dig it. It's kind of more toy-esque to me. It's kind of like the Mego Batmobile a little bit, but with more detail. And so all I need now is the Batcave. But I freaking love this set. I love it so much. I love this Batmobile. I love these figures, especially now that I got them in the Batmobile. Like, even the scale issues aside, like I would have killed for this set as a kid.
It looks very 80s. Like it looks, it's 80s proper.
Yes, exactly. It's like if I could have envisioned a, toy line for the, Batman 66 TV series, which again, pre 89 Bats, this was the and Super Friends, but Super Friends was kind of essentially 66 Bats. Like, this was our Batman, right? And even when the 89 movie came out, they started rerunning these episodes all the time. So this was such an essential component to Batman for us. And it's like a really fun toy. Like, this is so much fun. McFarlane knocked it out of the park. Price point's fantastic. The head sculpts on the Atom, and the Joker too. I have the Joker sitting right here. This is just a really fun line. Love what they've done with it. I love it.
It's awesome. I can't wait to get mine. I pre-ordered them on the Target app once they showed back up. I think they're all going to be here this week.
I'm done, or at least I don't know. I stopped doing the pre-orders, but it's probably the smart way to go.
Well, not pre-order, like they had them in stock.
Oh, okay, cool.
I just check the Target app every day. Oh man.
And I put this in the opening video, but yes, they had a Goliath at my local Target. And I know some people are critiquing it a little bit, but this thing is for under $40. I freaking love this thing.
It looks great. So
cool. Like I wish he had like a folded wing set or something. But it is just so freaking cool. I'm gonna hang it up in that corner there where the hoverboard is. That's probably gonna be how I'm gonna display it. I'm gonna get some fishing line and hang it up back there, so he's like in a flying pose. But this is an awesome figure. We oogled over this when it was unveiled on this show. But the detail in the wings, everything about it, I really, really dig. And didn't really have any QC issues except for like a little bit of an extra glue mark or something on the head, but it's not that bad.
Does he live up to all of our hype on this? Because I mean, like you said, we really talked this up when they showed him.
We did, and I think it lives up to that. Because to me, in hand, it doesn't look any less than that figure we oogled over.
Yeah.
Back then.
It looks great.
Yeah, it's awesome. This is 22 inches, like wingtip to wingtip. So it's massive. Like, it's huge. And the extra head. I also love that his hair, you can put all of the extra accessories in his little hair there. But yeah, the accessories, like the book is cool. The angry head is freaking awesome. And I shot some video. I was gonna do a video on it, but I don't know if I have much to say to make a video of it worth. I don't know. Maybe I'll change my mind. But I did shoot. Let me pull it up. Some video of it next to the NECA 90s turtle. So just to show you, like, just how big this sucker is. Because that's
wow.
Like, oh, hold on. I'm gonna make this bigger. Why am I bigger? Hold on. Let me the situation real quick. Real quick. Here we go. But yeah, I'm really, and this has the other head sculpt on it. I think I made it. It's really hard because I really like the way it looks with the kind of open angry mouth face and everything. But I don't know. I think it looks fantastic.
It does. Do his wings go down at all, or are they just like fixed like that?
They I threw it over there. They can kind of, but not really. Like they have a little pin that goes into the back,
but
they don't really do much besides. So you can kind of not really like they have ratchets, so you can kind of pull them back. You hear those ratchets, HasLabs? Hashtag just saying. So you can kind of have them pulled back a little bit, and you can. So yeah, they kind of. You can kind of, change them a little bit. Yeah. So you can. But the problem is the wings kind of come into the back there. So. But still, I really love Demona she was revealed today. So I think this thing's fantastic. I again, to me, people are making criticisms about it. Like, is it perfect? No. Like, again, maybe some different wings, maybe some movable wings, something like that. Sure. But this is, what was 30, I don't know, $8 or something. Like, and the quality that I'm seeing with this is fantastic. Like, we've been comfortable paying whatever Super 7's asking for. And in most cases, it's worth it. But this is a lot cheaper. And to me, it doesn't feel that much less than anything that they're doing. So,
yep. Looks great.
And it has me excited even more excited for those Dungeons and Dragons, like the War Duke. And like on the other guy's name.
I can't remember either right now.
All right. That's everything. Close to everything. Close enough.
Grim Sword.
Grim, thank you. Good Lord. Colt, same for me. Like, I love, you're right. Definitely need caped wings. 100%. 100%. But how much does that add to it? I don't know. But maybe they'll give us another one with that at some point in time. I don't know. And that's what I'm going to do, Fish Drop. I'm going to work on it. He's going to hang right there. He'll be hanging right there. And for me, Disney Afternoon was such an essential part of the childhood, as well as Gargoyles. But you know what? Same for Colt here. I haven't watched Gargoyles since it aired. So I need to rewatch it. I just remember loving it as a kid. I guess I was a little bit older. I was at mid-90s. But still, loved watching that show. It's really good. And yes, Gummy Bears next. It's not really toy related, but maybe we could do a top 10 Disney Afternoon songs of all time, because the Gummy Bears tape, it might be the best. But they're all great. I'm partial to Darkwing Duck, though. I might be Darkwing.
I'm partial to Rescue Rangers.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Speaking of Stump John, I debated pulling this accessory earlier, by the way.
See, okay, so just holding it just like that, I would have, real quick looking, I would have said Toy Biz Storm, like right off the bat.
Right? Yeah, freaking like the Playmates Disney Afternoon stuff. Does it not work? Hold on, see, is it still Flash?
Yep.
Oh, it still does. That's it. That's the only one I'll ever do again. But anyway, Megavolt. So yeah, like, seriously, NECA, do it all. I'm here for it. Okay, John, it's that time of the hour. It's finally time, and I'm gonna stump you today. I did see, I think T Ponder sent one in, but it will be me today, because now it is time for. It's time to Stump John, where we challenge John's infinite action figure knowledge to see if he can discern which accessory goes to which action figure. So everybody in the chat, everyone at home, everyone watching right now, it's time to Stump That John. And it's your host of Stump That John, Jay. All right, John. I decided to pick accessories for today's Stump John.
All right.
I have 3 pieces in front of me right now. They are all for my toy room. That is the only hint I will give you.
Okay.
That is the only hint I will give. You have been in these hollowed chambers before. So You are with me. Most times I have bought most of these things, or I have bought them directly from you.
Right. If I lose those ones, that's shameful.
And I'm pretty sure everyone I have here I did not buy from you. So
okay.
That's, I guess, the last hint I'll give. I'm trying to think of how easy or hard I will be. All right. First one. Is this Army Man?
Is it from Toy Story? Is it a Toy Story Army Man?
It is. Do you want to? I'll give it to you. You got it right, but
I don't know what he.
Guess what it's from?
Did he come with a figure? Like, did he come with another counterpart, or was it just like an Army Man pack? I'm not super great with Toy Story toys.
This was I guess the Pixar Ultimates or Pixar Collection. They're the tub of the Army Men.
Okay.
So I've tried to pick up most of those, the master, I don't know what they call them, the Pixar Collection versions. So yes, he is the Sarge from Toy Story. All right. I thought that would have been a curveball because it was like, oh, an Army Man. It's just an Army Man. So
nice. An Army. Marks, 1962. I don't know. The only like the Pixar Collection or Signature, whatever it was, was the Alien 3-pack. That's the only one I ever had of those.
Yeah.
And I kept those for a while because I really liked them, but then they decided to get pretty valuable, so I sold them.
Bye. Yeah, I have one of those aliens because eventually they released like single aliens, the molds and everything. So I bought one of them because I didn't have room for all three. But anyway, all right, you're 1 out of 3. 2 more to go. This is the next accessory.
Is it a figure stand?
Well, a figure could stand on it.
But it's not a figure stand.
No.
Huh. I don't know. You got me. You got me on that one. Is it a boomerang?
It looks like a boomerang, huh?
It does look like a boomerang.
But it isn't.
The only things I can think of that man, I don't know.
People are already saying it in the chat. So, yes, it is Kit Cloud Kicker. His board, his little airfoil board that the Playmates Kit Cloud Kicker would ride. He's actually, I probably should have brought the figure with me. I just took it out of his hand. But so the earlier hint about the Playmates Disney Afternoon figures should have been a hint. But yes, this is his airfoil. I don't have him standing on it. He just literally, it's kind of tucked under his arm on the figure over there. But there it is.
Wouldn't have gotten it.
Okay. All right. So this is it. The fate of Stump John rests on this last piece.
This is for the wild card.
It is. This will determine whether or not the Bo Sox will beat the Yanks in the wild card game.
Uh-oh.
All right. No, that's too much pressure. I'm not going to put that on you. All right. One last accessory. Here it is. Or a part.
Does that go to your Ghostbusters fire? Not the Filmation Ghostbusters house. I can't remember what that thing's called.
Final answer?
Yes.
You are correct. It is the chimney to the Filmation's Ghostbusters Ghost Command.
Yeah, Ghost Command. I was going to say
Ghost
Firehouse.
Command playset. John, I take it back. That does mean the Red Sox are going to win in the wild card game. Nicely done. We'll give you a round of applause. The people in the chat enthralled. Nicely done. Does not win a car. I don't have a car to give. My car died. So.
You got that Herbie.
Let's go, Ghostbusters. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, put your money on the Sox. Calling it right now. I'm calling it. Oh, that's going to be a good game, though. That's going to be a good wild card game.
It is. In Boston. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. That's going to be, I'm watching that one. It'll be fun. And then if the Yanks lose, I'll feed off of my in-laws' tears because they're all Yankee fans. I'm kidding, Colleen. If you're still listening, earmuffs, Colleen. All right. Well, yeah, U-Haul van.
I was this close, guys. This close to needing to rent another one.
Wow.
For Tuesday morning, and it was a good deal, but I can't take on anymore. I can't.
And Bearded, I agree. It's been fun talking toys with my favorite boys. And it's like John's getting some Spectre creative internet action going on right now. So before it gets too crazy, we're going to say, oh, wait, where'd it go? There we go. Goodbye. For this week's Toy Geeks, we will thank you all for being here tonight. Good to get back into the swing of things with you all. A hop-in chat. Really a fun night with everybody. And yes, I believe, John, you got 2 out of 3. Nicely done. 1 Stump John. Toy haul to end all toy hauls for you, John. Definitely smash that like button. If you haven't done it yet, hit the like button. Incredibly important. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit subscribe. Click the bell icon. Helps make sure you don't miss any action here on Geek Dead Life, especially Toy Geek Sunday nights, generally 9 p.m. Sometimes it's a different time, though. You never know. Sometimes we'll do a special lunch break one. So if you want to make sure you know when the lunch break Toy Geeks happens, click that subscribe button and that bell icon. And and we got PulseCon coming up. That's in a couple weeks. So a lot of things happening. So lots of fun. Always fun hanging out with you, John. Everybody in the chat, thank you so much. Great night, everyone. And until next time, hasta luego and goodbye.